Hey, this is Sophia Center, and this is Questions on the Red Couch. Oh, goodness. Okay. What song most inspires you right now? I am currently obsessed with Risk by Gracie Abrams. It's been on repeat ever since it came out. And I just really love how fun it feels, and I tend to write songs that are very sad and just make I love the sad songs, don't get me wrong, but I really love that song for like how it makes me feel and like makes me like just want to drive around with the windows down. So I'm very inspired by it and want to make a song that makes me feel that way too. How often do you listen to music? Okay, this is a controversial thing actually about myself because I don't really listen to music that often. I know that is kind of counterintuitive to what I just said, but I don't listen to music because I spend so much time in music that I think I appreciate the quietness of like walking around with just like no headphones and looking around and people watching. I really, really love doing that. So the times I usually listening to music is like in the car for a long drive, or if there's people in the car, it looks psychotic if I'm just driving in silence with people in the car. So I usually have music on. Tell us about your latest single, Spinning. So yeah, Spinning is a song. It was one of the quickest songs for me to write. And I was scrolling, probably doom scrolling on TikTok, honestly, and I came across somebody who was doing very like just like little movements on the guitar, but it felt so full. And I was like, oh my God, I want to do that in some shape or form. So I grabbed my guitar and just started playing around. I'm very driven by lyrics, so I was just like thinking of a story. Most of my songs are not based on reality, so I'd think of a story, and so I was imagining a relationship just kind of falling out and the issues and things coming up after the fact, and went from there. And then I made a music video for it with some of my friends from school, and it turned into a murder thing, which the idea was created around Halloween, which is why it was like that. That was not initially the concept of the song, but that was also a fun little twist to add to it. But yeah, I really love it. It feels I wanted it to sound kind of like campfire-y. So I had like little crackles put into it, like just to create an atmosphere and have everything super close. So like my voice is super close. All the guitars are very warm and close. Yeah, I'm super proud of it, and I really, really love it. What meme that lives rent free in my head? At the moment, I fear I'm gonna sound chronically online if I say this, but the conscious baby that is going viral right now is freaking me out. Like I know that kids are aware, but I did not realize is that even a meme? It's just like something that's crazy. Is it? Yeah, yeah, exactly. When it like raises its hand, not it, sorry. It's a human. It just is so strange to me because I don't think I've been around kids in a while, and so like seeing that and realizing one that children are still around and then also that they're conscious beings was so wild to me, and I just like love all the jokes about it. I think it's hilarious. And I think that baby did make it to Four Seasons or whatever that hotel was, so I'm very happy for that baby and that family, and it's a great joke. How does NYC or New York compare to LA? I love it here. I don't want to love it so much because I cannot be moving here at the moment. But I've always been told that people could like everyone was like, oh, I can see you living in New York, and they're very right. I love it here. I really love like walking and people watching and the liveliness. I think I've also heard that came at the right time. It's kind of like spring into summer, so it's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's like perfect weather. So maybe I'm also just getting the best of it. But I'm obsessed with this place. LA is more so like it's like driving, and it's like I love the nature around there. It's really cool to be able to like go on a hike in the mountains and then go to the beach and then go into the city. It's like very versatile, and I love it there too. Don't get me wrong. I'll probably settle down in LA, but right now I'm like obsessed with NYC, so I'm partial to that at the moment. Do you think social media is bringing people together or driving them apart? Ooh, I like have conversations about this with my friends all the time. I don't know, doing both. At the moment, it feels like it's tearing them apart just because like things going on social media, it's very polarizing, and depending on what side the algorithm thinks you're on, you're getting that information. And so you're seeing like very opposing things. And so I'm like, oh my God, I forgot that my algorithm is very different from other people's, and it feels very separating. But then at the same time, there's like that trend. I sound so chronically online. What is it? It's like hope core or something like that. And it's just like little videos of like dogs and like babies and just like people being good humans. And then I'll see that and then I'm like, okay, never mind. Like the world is great. Social media is like, I would not be able to see all these moments without social media. And then also, you get to, I'm in New York right now, but I can keep up with my friends through social media. So that's also a super cool aspect. So there's so many different sides to it, and it really depends on the day, honestly, my answer. So I don't think I actually answered that question, but my opinions. Is the LA music scene on the rise or on the decline? I think it's on the rise, especially for the little singer-songwriter pop girlies. Like they're thriving right now, truly. And I love it because I want to be one of them, and I am one of them. And yeah, it's super cool. I think social media. Speaking of social media, it's such a great place because all these people that probably wouldn't be found so easily are being found and blowing up. And so I think it's definitely on the rise, and I really appreciate like kind of the rawness that's becoming trendy at the moment. So yeah, I definitely think it's on the ups, and I'm loving it, especially in LA because it's such a great place for that, and the live music is really great. So it makes it very accessible and easy to go find new artists and just have fun in the music world. What's one piece of advice you think young songwriters should hear? Don't think so hard about it. I taught a songwriting class to I don't even know how old they were. Like it was a really weird range of kids. It was like 6-year-old to 13-year-old. It was so bizarre. It was so much fun. Like I loved it, but I realized that they were overthinking everything so much and they're worried about every word. And I remembered being like that, where I was just so stressed that every single word had to be perfect, and I would just like delete things. Like I tried being like a cool little indie singer-songwriter with a notebook and everything, but I realized that was making me too like perfectionist. So I started going on my phone, the notes app, and just kind of just writing everything like as a diary, and then from there I would take pieces that I liked. So yeah, for a young person, I feel like I'm young. Just don't worry about it. Just like write and have fun, and things are gonna be so bad. I'm sure I'm gonna look back on songs I'm writing now and be like, oh my God, what was I doing? So it's always gonna be bad and it's always gonna be cringy, but that's where you find like the little gems within that kind of stuff. So yeah, have fun.